styled for me. But I have had bangs in the past, and if you want to see how I style my bangs, I have a lot of videos on how to style bangs. You can just type in my name, Ali Kimo Wispy Bangs, and I have a couple of videos on how I like to style them with a blow dryer or with a curling iron on a really low heat setting to protect your very fragile bangs and your hair. But yes, queen. I'm thinking about cutting the bangs again for real though. But then I'm gonna have breakup bangs and everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, she went through a breakup and cut bangs. Advice on how to make girlfriends. I feel like everyone's become antisocial. I agree with you, Maya. Everyone's become antisocial and it's lame. I think it's so messed up how overworked everyone is, and so none of us have the energy to hang out or want to go out or do the things that we want to do. And it's not even our faults, like the way that everyone's being overworked and underpaid and everything else. It's just so messed up. So it definitely has made it harder to make friends. That is not your fault. It's just the conditions of the world that we live in right now. And I think one of the best ways that I've made a lot of my girlfriends is by going to workout classes and making friends that way. One of my very best friends in the entire world, I met in a hot yoga class in San Diego. I just literally turned to her and said, I like your set. And now we're best friends. I couldn't live without her. She's like my sister. So I think whenever you're in a group setting and you feel like you might want to make a friend, a really easy way to start a conversation is by complimenting someone on something. Only say it if you mean it. Don't make up something. Don't lie. People can tell when you're not being genuine. And that just gives you a really easy like pulse check on whether that person's open to conversation or if they're not. If they're not open to conversation, don't worry about it. Let that slide off your back. You don't know what kind of day they're having. You don't know if they lost a pet recently or going through a breakup. Don't let it bug you. And if they are open to conversation, just get chatting it up and be like, hey, so like how long have you lived in the city? I just moved here and I'm actually looking for more girlfriends. And I've literally made like 4 friends that way. Even when I moved to New York, I met a girl in the locker room of Equinox and now we're friends. Like we just happened to take a yoga class together and she actually started talking to me first and now we're good friends. And if you don't enjoy working out or if you can't work out for some reason, that's okay. Maybe think of another activity that you'd want to do, a group activity. Maybe it's taking lessons somewhere in a subject you're interested in. Maybe it's ceramics. Maybe it's French lessons. I'm taking French lessons. Maybe it's a run club. Anywhere that you have the chance to be in a group setting and meet with new people, I think is huge because proximity is everything. And by going to those places where people are looking to be social, you're gonna make new friends. Which is a better place to live, Coronado or La Jolla? Those are the 2 best parts of, well, I mean, it's hard to say best parts, but 2 of the most beautiful spots in San Diego. I adore La Jolla. I spent a lot of time there. And my friend actually just moved to Coronado with her husband and their golden retriever, and they're living the dream. Like they live on Coronado Island. If you don't know San Diego, it's this literal dream utopia island right off of the San Diego County that you have to take a really long bridge to get to. And it's just the most perfect quaint town with palm trees and a big beach, and everyone just drives around in little golf carts. It's so cute. I don't know if I had to pick one. If I had to live somewhere, I really loved living in La Jolla, just because I loved the food there. But I think if you're raising a family or if you just love the like small town vibes, Coronado is amazing. Gosh, that makes me miss San Diego. San Diego in the summer is just so good. We would go to Coronado all the time. A lot of my friends were dating guys in the Navy or the military. It's just really common down there because there's lots of Navy bases. So a lot of the guys in San Diego in some way are pilots or whatever else. And so some of my friends, boyfriends, were helicopter pilots. So we would get to go to Coronado and see the base, and we would like, sometimes we'd get to go on the helicopters, not actually fly in the helicopters, but just like jump on while they're still on the ground and like take selfies and stuff. It was so fun. Gosh. Oh, and if you've seen the movie Top Gun Maverick, or just like the regular Top Gun movie, there's a famous bar in the movie. It's the scene where they're playing the piano and all the like pilots are just walking around and talking and laughing and enjoying themselves. That bar is a real bar that exists in San Diego on the Coronado base. So my friends and I would go to that bar all the time. Anytime someone was getting promoted or they were joining a new league or whatever, there would be lots of events. We would get to go and there'd be a big celebration afterwards in the special bar. But the one in the movie is not the real bar. It's based on the real bar in Coronado. So if you're watching the movie Top Gun, that bar is a set. Unfortunately, they needed a bigger bar. The real bar in San Diego is actually tiny, like so small. Like the room covered in stickers and little planes is teeny tiny. And there has to be like a big banquet hall and a big outdoor section because pretty much no one fits in there. But they do have free popcorn. They have a popcorn machine. The popcorn is free. I would go crazy over the popcorn. And I don't think they have the popcorn in the movie. I'm a yapper, you guys. I don't even remember what the question was. Coronado has a beautiful beach dog park. Yes, it's literally perfect. My friend had her birthday on the beach in Coronado last year, and it was such a beautiful day. Ooh, slippery. My lipstick is the MAC lip liner in the shade Cherry. No lipstick, just the lip liner, and it stayed on all night. I'm so impressed. MAC lip liners are built different. La Jolla it is, thanks. Why did I move from San Diego to New York? I had lived in San Diego for 3 years, and it was the first city that I moved to after college, and I was so happy living in San Diego. It was sunny. I lived in California my entire life, but I hadn't really experienced like the beach coastal life. And when I moved there, I told myself I would never leave San Diego because I was so happy there. I was like, I'm never leaving. This is it for me. But I was constantly, for work, for modeling, and for meetings and events, I was constantly having to commute from San Diego to LA and spend 2.5, 3 hours in the car on the way there and 3 hours, 2.5 hours on the way back. And it became just really exhausting for me. And another thing that I was noticing is my friends in San Diego were all getting engaged or moving in with their boyfriends, and I just didn't have the same close-knit kind of community that I had. We were still best friends and we love each other more than anything, but people's priorities were shifting, and I realized that I couldn't stay in the city of San Diego just for my friends because we were all living our lives, and at the end of the day, they were building their lives with their partners there, and I couldn't build my life around them, which is a really hard thing to like realize and go through as an adult, but it's the truth. And I realized that I couldn't stay in San Diego and continue to grow in myself and my career and see new things and do new things. And I felt like in order to do that, I needed to move to a bigger city and just learn more about myself and explore more. So I left San Diego and I moved to LA. And unfortunately, I was really unhappy in LA. I felt very isolated because of the traffic and how hard it is to get around. I just was not okay living in LA. The people there are lovely. There are a lot of really cool, nice people in LA, but I did not find that community personally when I tried to make it. And I think one of the reasons why, again, it's so difficult to get around the city of LA. If you're not a neighbor with someone, it's going to take 45 minutes in a car to see anyone anytime. So I wasn't happy in LA, and I visited New York for Fashion Week, fell in love with New York. Everyone said, Allie, what are you doing? Move to New York. You should move to New York. And I was like, you know what? Sure. And I thought I wouldn't like New York as much as I did. I thought the city was very intimidating and that I would live here for a few months in a sublease that my friend has, her apartment I subleased. I thought I would live here for 3 months and then be like, New York chewed me up and spat me out, and I wasn't ready for it, and I'm ready to go back to California. But I actually love New York more than anything. I love the people. I love how authentic everyone is. People are stylish and intelligent and interesting. Everyone has so much going on and is so hardworking and inspiring, and I just love it. I love the fashion, I love the food, I love the culture. I feel like New York challenges you in ways that no other city does. Everything in San Diego is convenient and easy, and life is just cotton candy and rainbows. In New York, everything is harder, everything's crazier, but it's worth it, and I'm so glad that I moved, and I'm really happy. But I'm so grateful that I got to spend my early 20s living in San Diego and just having an absolute ball with my friends. And if you're looking for a great city to move to right after college, or just a great city to move to that prioritizes health and wellness and happiness and sunshine, then San Diego. I can't say enough good things about it. Hello from Little Italy in San Diego. I loved Little Italy. Nolita Hall, all of it. It's so good. I hope it's sunny, and I hope you're going to the beach and surfing and doing all the things. I'm freezing my butt off in New York right now. It was 45 degrees today, and the wind chill is real. My hands were frozen walking home with my groceries last night. I had to bring hand warmers, and I literally had the hand warmers in my hands holding on to the bags because my hands were so cold. So that's how I'm doing. Not quite the same as San Diego. So funny. Love you from Thailand. Hi. Hello from the Upper West Side. I love the Upper West Side. I used to live in the Upper West Side before this. I love the Upper West Side. It's quiet and safe and peaceful, and the food is great and convenient, and the park is right there. I do miss being close to Central Park. I loved being able to just wake up and just go straight to the park and like walk through nature. I don't have that anymore, but I want to. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying new things. We're open to new things. Maya says, tips on getting out of a small town and moving to a big city. Okay. To move from a small town to a big city, essentially all you really need to do is find a job in the big city. It doesn't need to be your dream job. It doesn't need to be the perfect position in the perfect whatever. You need to think of your different jobs as stepping stones towards the life that you want to build. So maybe your first job out of college isn't the perfect job, but it's the city you want to live in. Now you live in the right city. You have new opportunities. You're building new networks. You can interview for new jobs in that city. Your next stepping stone is a new job that's closer to your dream job, but you're also in your dream city. Then you decide that you don't like that job for whatever reason and you want to switch industries. Like, keep using your different jobs as stepping stones towards the life that you want to build. And remember that it doesn't need to be perfect, and maybe sometimes it feels like a step down. Maybe even the salary is a little bit less than what you'd be getting in a different city, but that's okay. It doesn't need to, again, progress doesn't need to be linear. It can look like this as long as you're taking small steps towards the life that you want to build for yourself. And so interview for positions, different career opportunities in the city you want to live in, and then take it from there. Once you're in the city you want to be in, that's when all the opportunities open up for you, and you can, like, the sky's the limit at that point. Like, the people that you meet, if you're talking about New York specifically, the opportunities and the people that you meet in New York, it's just crazy.